Hello and welcome. Somebody once, probably quite unfairly, said that driving buses would be rather easy if we didn't have to keep stopping to pick up passengers. And while that statement is debatable, the hardest part about learning to drive a bus, especially when you go it alone and go solo, is actually remembering where the bus stops are. Now, those of you watching this who have driven buses professionally will probably more than likely relate to this. Driving buses in an urban environment, it's quite often easier to spot bus stops than it is when you're driving in the countryside. Here they can be buried in hedges or completely missing, or it can just be a hail and ride sort of system where there are no stops. But what about after dark? Well, that can get even more confusing and disorientating. And even in built-up and urban areas, the street lighting can be rather dubious and shadowy sometimes, which certainly doesn't help you when you're trying to look for a bus stop, especially when somebody's rung the bell and are looking at you expectantly to stop the bus, and perish the thought asking them where they want to get off. In the old days, bus stops tended to look a little bit like this, except if you lived in London and then you had the reassuring sign of the London Transport Roundel. But to the rest of us in most parts of the country, we had a little picture of a bus just to remind us that we were actually standing at a bus stop waiting for one. Although, of course, going back even further, a lot of the flags never used to have the picture and would just have the words bus stop or request or fare stage written on them. So, Southern Vectis on the Isle of Wight have come up with a very good way of spotting bus stops after dark, and it's a game changer as far as being a bus driver is concerned. And I kid you not. Now, to the untrained eye, it looks just like any other bus stop, except for that little strip at the bottom underneath the name of the stop. Well, that is a reflective strip, and it's designed to catch the headlights of the bus as you drive towards it. But does it work? Well, I will let you be the judge of that as we drive along this little road at night, and I will let you spot the bus stops as they come along into view. But whoever came up with this simple idea of putting reflective strips on the bottom of the bus stops really does need a pat on the back, because it's made life so much easier driving along at night when you're trying to find a bus stop. And sometimes those reflective strips in the countryside can stand out and you can see them about half a mile down the road. Now, I'm not sure if any other company has come up with this idea and if any other company uses reflective bus stops. But it's amazing, isn't it, how something so simple can make life so much easier and so much more simple. So now it's over to you. Come on, tell me your stories of trying to look for bus stops, route learning, driving buses at night. I want to hear them all in the comments down below. You're amongst friends here, so you can tell me if you've missed anybody or left anybody behind, and I won't judge you. Thank you very much for watching this episode and allowing me to reflect on bus stops. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and click the little bell notification symbol so that you don't miss out on my future releases. And don't forget to have a look through the other videos in my channel, as I'm sure there's something in there that will appeal to the bus enthusiast of good taste just like yourself. Again, thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.